Hello everyone, this is Diesel D199 speaking, and today I want to take the opportunity to answer some of the more frequent questions that I have been receiving as of late with respect to my recent 3D animated videos. If you haven't seen them yet, there's a link at the top of the video description. Give it a click and take a look. So perhaps the most common question I've been receiving is, why are you now making 3D animated videos? The short answer is, more artistic freedom. The first Tomica Thomas and Friends video was made 9 years ago, and the first one uploaded to YouTube was 7 years ago. So I've been making these videos for quite some time, and although I've enjoyed making the videos over the years, I'm always seeking to improve them and to challenge myself to try new things and expand creatively. Whilst I did make some great videos with the toys last year, by the time I had finished Please Santa Visit Me, I was really starting to feel as though I had reached my creative limits with them. You see, when you're making videos with toys, there are a lot of limitations on what you can actually do well, and more often than not, you're reconciling your pure creative vision with these limits. With 3D animation, there are almost no limits, and the possibilities are greatly expanded as a result of that. As such, my goal for this year was to create a full 3D animated Tomica Thomas and Friends video, and I did just that with Short 39, A Brony on the Line. Both A Brony on the Line and Unstoppable have been the most creatively fulfilling projects that I have ever done. With 3D animation, I've been able to achieve amazing camera shots, huge sets, custom engines, custom rolling stock, custom track pieces, and custom buildings. I've been able to introduce new forms of comedy, particularly slapstick, and achieve a wide variety of action, all of which would be incredibly difficult, if not impossible, to do with the toys. And this is just the beginning. Think of what Knapford Station or Tidmouth Sheds might look like when I have the ability to make infinite copies of various parts. With the toys I can barely fit Thomas, Annie and Clarabelle into a single platform at Knapford. With the computer though, I can make the station as big as I like. Think of how good custom locations like Crovan's Gate or Kirk Ronan Station might look. Think about the custom engines I could make, like Daisy or the Arsdale engines. Think of all the possibilities that 3D presents for the future. Think of everything new and exciting that I've done so far. And tell me, is 3D animation still not as good as the toys? Is it still not worth doing? Now I know that despite all of this, I still won't have convinced some of you, and that brings me on to the next question I've been getting a lot. Are you ever going to do another video with the toys? The answer to this question is, I don't know for sure, but probably. I tend to work from one video to the next, so I know what the next short will be, but I don't know what the one after that one will be. I am keeping all of my engines on track though, so it's likely that you'll see them again, not necessarily in a short, but on YouTube in one video or another. I do have one or two ideas in mind that might make for a good toy-based video, but we'll see. Now, the next frequently asked question is, how do you do the 3D animation? What program do you use? I get the impression that a lot of people think I'm using some super duper version of Trains in order to make these videos, but it's actually quite different to that. I make my 3D videos in much the same way that Arc or Nitrogen or any other animation studio would. It's a complicated and time-consuming process that requires me to create from scratch almost everything you see on the screen in 3D. Everything from the engines to the ballast is modeled, textured and rigged and animated entirely by me. The only thing I haven't created are a few of the image textures that I use, namely the grass texture on the ground and the rock texture on the ballast. My program of choice is a piece of software called Blender, although there are a wide variety of different animation packages out there that can create similar looking videos. If you're interested in learning 3D animation yourself, I'd recommend that you try a few of them and find out which one works best for you. Even the more expensive software packages like Maya and 3ds Max have pretty generous student trials that allow you to use them for free for several years. I'd also like to take the opportunity here to preempt a couple of questions. The models are difficult and time-consuming to make, so I don't have any intention of releasing them to the public in the near future. I'm also not looking to start making 3D animation tutorials anytime soon, so if you have any questions about Blender or 3D animation in general, please direct them towards Google search and not to me. I'd rather spend my time making more Tomica Thomas and Friends shorts, and there is already a huge amount of resources available on the internet for free to help get you animating. Moving right along, another question I've been asked quite a bit since the last short is, are you going to add lip synchronization? For those of you who don't know, lip synchronization is when a character's mouth moves in sync with the words they're speaking. I would like to add this in my videos at some point, but my understanding of it is that it can be complicated and time-consuming to do, and so there's a lot of research and experimentation for me to do first on that front. It is clear to me, though, that you guys really want it, so I will try and get it figured out as soon as possible, but probably not in time for the next 1 or 2 shorts. Finally, for those wondering if I'm going to do more 360-degree videos, the answer is yes, and hopefully I'll get another one up soon. Alright everyone, that's all from me for today. I hope I've cleared up a few things and that I've adequately explained my position on the use of 3D animation, and I hope that those of you who are still skeptical about it will stick around for at least a little while longer and perhaps change your mind. If you have any further questions that you really need to ask, please ask them here and not elsewhere so that everyone can see the answers that I get time to write. Also, if you see people asking any of the questions that I have answered here on any of my other videos, I'd appreciate if you could drop them a link, as I unfortunately don't have the time to answer every comment. Thanks for listening everyone, this is Diesel D199 signing off.